Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Ready.
Hall again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Here's Cook again. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. All again on second down. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jets at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Here we go. I 7, let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Crowder now to return. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. I call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down.
Alert, alert, alert!
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. From the gun, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team.
Ready.
They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
All again on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That play unable to get started thanks to the defense of Quan Alexander.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Bills on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Hall on to give up the middle, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On 2nd down, Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On play action, Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Sheldon Rankins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Fielded at the 20. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Now it's Crowder. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 76 yards. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away. And this one too low.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Allen out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Diggs has it. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On first down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and a yard, Allen looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Play action. It's Wilson. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Rucker on the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 51 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Ready. 64, free.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to throw. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral it down near the 11-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now on 2nd and 13, Wilson. And that's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Garrett Wilson, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And well, sometimes I guess maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Now Wilson. Open man is Uzama.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football. Quite well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cook up the gut.
57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And this is Cook with Graham. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
All again on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Jets on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Hall.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
Here's Hall again.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Straight ahead is Hall.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, here's Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, one day.
Now it's Flacco.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Flacco. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bills,
the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year.
And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings.